Are you dreaming of exploring Japan, but feeling lost on how to get your visa sorted from Australia? Here's everything you need to know to make it happen fast and hassle-free. I'm gonna explain you how to do your visa process to go to this amazing place. The things you should consider, the documents they're gonna ask you, it's gonna be your passport, facial photo, the schedule of the things you're gonna do in Japan, a way that you can prove that you have the expenses for your trip, your visa, or a proof that you are living in that country. But we're gonna continue and see the whole document that you need, and all depends where are you from and where are you living. So I'm gonna show you where you can check what documents do you need and the process to apply to this eVisa, that is the electronic visa. Is gonna be more quick, more easy to do it. So welcome back and let's go. Show you how to get the eVisa. So it's important. You have to verify if you can do this visa. So for do that, you come here to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Japan. I'm gonna put the link on the description, and you come here to the step 1 where you're gonna put your nationality. For example, in my case, I am from Ecuador. You have to choose the country where you are living. In all these places you are living, you can do the visa. It depends your nationality. In my case, I am in Australia, so I pick Australia, and then I put the territory where I am living right now. And this is important, where you are planning to live Australia. If you are in Sydney, if you are planning to go later to Cairns, and from Cairns go to Japan, you have to do the process when you are in Cairns, because they're gonna ask you the flights from Cairns to Japan and to Japan to Cairns again, or back to Australia. So it's important to do it in the place where you are going out to the country. For example, in my case, I am living from Brisbane, so I choose this one. Then you put the purpose and you put display, and they're gonna tell you all the documents you're gonna need it. And here they put the link where you have to apply, because you have like embassy in Cairns, you have embassy in Sydney, so we're gonna go to the visa in Brisbane, to the embassy in Brisbane. They're gonna ask you your passport, a facial photo like passport type. I'm gonna explain you this later because it's important to do it right. You need the itinerary with the flight information. I'm gonna explain you. You need the bank statement last 3 months, so they can check that you have the money to go to Japan, enjoy, and then come back. You need the schedule of stay. All these that are required, that you can see here required, is what you really need. For example, this marriage certificate, birth certificate, all those things, you don't need it. All depends on your nationality. And you need also your visa entitlement verification online, your Vivo. So yeah, after that we go to the online visa application. This process is gonna be all online. Okay, so the first step is register an email address. I'm gonna show you how easy it is to do this. So here you check that all your information is okay, and after that you register. I don't do it because I already have a account. It's important, put a mail that you use, because they're gonna send you a code to log in, and you have to log into the process. Okay, so we log in, and then we're gonna do a registration. So the first step is the disclaimer. You just read and accept. Okay guys, so we are in the second step, in the basic information. So here you have to upload your facial photo. For this, if you don't have a photographer close, you can take a picture in the wall, and then with an app like Canva or things like that, you just erase the background, and it's gonna put a white one, and it's gonna look like professional. But you can go to a photographer if you wanna do this. You have to consider that they're gonna ask you for a specific measure in the picture, so I'm gonna put it right here. But they also give you like a tool that you can use, and it's gonna be easy. They give you this option that you can cut out the face manually. So you just click here, and you just read the instructions, and as you can see in this picture, you have to match your face into the circle. And when it's already there, you just put execute cutout, and yeah, it's gonna be fine. You also have some webs where you can upload the picture, and they're gonna cut the picture in the measure that you need it, and then you can do this, the cutout face, manually. So yeah, it's pretty easy. So here you put all your personal information. Here you put where you get your passport. Here in form of family name is if you have other name in the past or something like that. So in my case, I just put this sign that it says none. Or if you have another nationality, here the place where I born, and yeah, you put all this information. And after that, we can go to the step 3, that is gonna be all the travel information that they need. Okay, so yeah, here in the travel information is the part where you have to have all already planned. In my opinion, this is really helpful because in Japan you have a lot to do, a lot to see, so it's better that you can plan your trip, and it's gonna help you a lot. So here you put the schedule where you're planning to land in Japan. Just pick the day. For example, I don't know, we're gonna put that we're gonna go 20, and for how long. For example, if I'm gonna stay there 10 days. This is important because they're gonna give you the visa for the days you are gonna be there. They can give you, for example, in this case, I'm gonna stay 10 days, so probably they give me 15 days of visa or less. It depends for how long you are planning to get there. Here, you just have to put like, you have to book your flights, but it's important, you don't have to already buy the ticket. You just have to go to the airline company and you can book your flight, and you just can, I'm gonna show you what you need to print, and you're gonna put the information on the airline and the flight number. You don't have to buy the ticket, you just can do the reservation and download the itinerary. For example, this company Pitch, you can book and held for 48 hours, and I just have to pay it, I didn't remember, but I think was $13, something like that, so they can hold for 48 hours, and you download the itinerary, and this is what you upload. You have to put also where are you landing, in which airport you are planning to go. So you put here the destination where you're planning to go. In my case, I was planning to go to Tokyo, so was not here, I put other, also the accommodation, and you also have to have your book already. So my recommendation is go to Booking, and then you can book your hotel for free. They're gonna charge you anything until you get to the hotel and you can pay there. So my recommendation is there, and here you just gonna put the information of the first place you are gonna go, because for example in my case I want to go to Tokyo, to Kyoto and Osaka. So here I just put the information of the first place, that is gonna be Tokyo, so the hotel there. And yeah, I'm gonna show you here you have a lot of hotels, and here you can put free cancellation, and you can also choose no prepayment. So it's gonna be all the hotels that you don't have to pay in advance and you can cancel for free. So here you just check the ability and do your book. If you're like, you put here, and you're gonna have something like this, and what you have to do is just copy and paste the name, the address, and all the information, and we can go to the next step. So yeah, here also is like your personal information, like your address, where are you living, where are you working, what is the name of your employer, the contact of your employer, and all those things. And after that we're gonna go to the next step. So yeah, here in the background check you have to answer the question they ask you, and for example here they As for a special reason, I didn't put anything because I just gonna go for tourists. So yeah, we continue to the next step. And here is the important part of this visa process. So yeah, here. Okay, so here you have to put the itinerary flights. You have to do all. When you are going to Japan and when you are leaving from Japan, you have to put both tickets. Also, if you are like me in Australian work and holiday and your plan is to do the extension outside the country, but first go to Japan, you can do it. But you have to do a letter explaining all this process, and you have to share and you have to put the tickets when you're leaving Japan to your country or a country where you don't need visa or where you can spend a long time, for example your own country. For example, in my case, I was planning after Japan go to Korea and then go to Ecuador, so I just put the ticket outside Japan to Korea, but they explained me that they need to see that I'm gonna go to a place where I can be for a long term. So I have also to show them my flight from Korea to Ecuador, back to my country. And like I was telling you, you have to do a letter explaining all that, and you have to upload all the flights here and the letter also here. So yeah, don't worry if your visa gonna expires when you go to Japan, because if you explain that your visa gonna expire and that you are planning going after Australia and after Japan you're planning to go back home, I think it's gonna be fine, but don't forget to do the letter. But if you are a resident or you have a long-term visa, you just have to put like your flight from the country you're planning go to Japan and when you came back. Gonna go to this. Here is gonna be the bank statement from the last 3 months. So here depends on your bank. You can call them and ask them. You can also use the app. For example, in my case, I use the app. I download the statements like the transaction of every month, and I merge in one PDF and I upload it here, also with a balance of how much money I have in my account. You can look in Google how to get your statement depending on your bank. Here in the schedule of stay, here is really important. They give you a form that you have to fill in, and I'm gonna show that form to you. Here you can see the travel itinerary. This form you can download on the page. I'm gonna put the link also for this, and you have to fill in. So I put the date here, as you can see, what are the activities that I'm planning to do and in which city. For example, my first date, I'm gonna transfer to the accommodation, check it in the hotel in Tokyo. I put the address of the hotel and the number, as you can see here, and the name. And to be honest, this you can change. It's not like you have to follow this exactly. You can change, for example, it gonna depend what you're planning, but this is a plan that you have, and it's gonna be really useful because, like I was saying to you, in Japan you have a lot of things to do. So what's really useful for me, I plan the trip. I was watching videos and I decide which plans I want to go, and this was really useful. But some days I couldn't follow strict the plan, so there's gonna be no problem if you don't do what this travel itinerary said. But yeah, they're gonna ask you for this, so you can put all the information here. So yeah, I put this travel itinerary. I merge in a one PDF with the bookings of the hotels, and I put it here and I upload here. And the final is like the visa. Okay guys, so the final step, you have to check all the information, and after that you just put save, and then you're gonna see this over here. As you can see, they are all your information, and then all the application information over here, and then you have to put the check here and put submit. You have to be sure that all the documents are there, that all the information is gonna be okay, because after you put submit you cannot make other change. So after doing that, the status is gonna change to application in progress. So it's really important that you check your email, because you're gonna have all the notifications there. So they're gonna tell you anything there. If you need other document, they're gonna send you to the mail and you have to upload again. And after, if it's all okay, you have to pay the fee. You have to do all in credit because they are not accepting cash anymore, so you have to pay 3,000 yens of the equivalent in your currency. After that they're gonna issue your visa. So you consider doing in time. They take like 5 or 7 work days, so consider do this on time if you have any trouble or something like that. So my recommendation is do it on time. Other thing that you should consider is that this eVisa only works if you are going to Japan by airplane. Another important thing is that you need a mobile device where you can display your visa because it's online and it's in real time when you show your visa, so you need a mobile. So yeah guys, that's all for the video from today, and you also have here frequently asked questions, so you click here and you have a lot of questions. They give you a lot of information, so all the information you're gonna find here. So yeah, don't forget to check your mail because if they need any document they're gonna tell you, and they are really kind. They help me a lot. So that's the video for today. Thank you for watching me. I hope this video get useful for you. Don't forget to share, subscribe, and stay tuned because I'm gonna share my experience in Japan. So see you in the next video. Thank you and bye.